What's up guys, it's your girl Brianna aka MiniMarley, and today I am back for a new video. If you guys have been watching my channel, then you know that every now and then I like to sprinkle in a few little videos for my mamas. First, I gave you my top 10 mom and baby essentials featuring Stella when she was just a little itty bitty peanut. Then I also told you guys 10 things they don't tell you about motherhood. Girl, go watch that video. And today I just wanted to give a few tips for my new moms out there. So I know I'm pretty much still a new mom myself. I have about 2 years in the door, so I feel like I have picked up a few tips and tricks that can really help along the way. So I just wanted to share those with you guys. But disclaimer, I'm definitely not perfect. I'm definitely not a magical mom yet. But if you're expecting or you just had a little baby, I just wanted to give you guys a couple tips that I've learned in the last 2 years. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Target and Pampers Pure. If you're like me, you're in Target all the time, so I'm so excited to be working with them. And of course, I'm excited to be working with Pampers Pure. You guys know we've been using their diapers for a while now. It's been a year actually, and we're still as in love with it now as we were before, and I'll get into why a little bit later. But for now, let's jump right into these tips. Alright, so I broke up the tips that I have for you guys today into 3 categories: at home, on the go, and traveling. And they all will pretty much help you minimize meltdowns and maximize your productivity, because it's 2019 and we're trying to get things done, okay? So number 1, we're gonna start with at home. So one of the first things that I noticed when I became a stay-at-home mom, I pretty much always stayed at home or worked from home doing YouTube and the social influencer thing. And when I had Stella, I realized that it was going to be a lot harder to get things done, especially for me. I have natural hair, I make natural hair videos, and just the process of washing your hair can take so long. And I know that any mom can attest to the fact that finding time to wash your hair with a baby can be so hard. You literally have to wait till they're asleep or somebody else is there to watch them, and that can be so annoying. So my first tip is one way that you can get things done while your baby is around. I like to put Stella in her high chair, or if you have a baby, you can put them in a playpen and bring them to whatever part of the house you need them to be in. So for example, when I'm washing my hair, I will put Stella in her high chair and bring her to the bathroom, and you want to give them something that they absolutely love that will keep them occupied for at least an hour if you need it. So Stella loves to play with Play-Doh. It's one of her new favorite things, and I can give that to her in her high chair. It won't get too messy because she can, you know, keep everything nice and contained. I give her a few colors. It's non-toxic, so I know that it's safe, and I can just peek out of the shower every couple minutes and make sure that she's good to go. If you have a smaller baby, you can use a playpen and just put them right in there, give them all of their favorite toys and stuffed animals, and just keep checking on them as you wash your hair. But you can get it done when you need to get it done instead of waiting until they're sleeping or someone's around to watch them. So that is tip number 1. So speaking of keeping your baby or toddler occupied while you get something done, tip number 2 for at home is let your baby paint on the floor. Trust me, I got this giant roll of brown construction paper online, and you basically roll it out as much as you want, cut it, and just tape it to the floor, and your baby has a giant canvas to express their creativity and just go crazy with paint on the floor. This is really great specifically for toddlers when they get into that coloring and painting stage. Stella absolutely loves that. She loves paints and colors, and she will just have a ball with this. I usually let her do this for about 30 minutes. So this is for when you need to get a smaller task done. Maybe you need to do some laundry, get dinner started, or for me, answer a few emails. And it's just a really easy way to let them have fun, express their creativity, and give you some time to get something done. So it also has a really great cleanup. All you have to do is crumble up that construction paper and throw it in the garbage, or save it if you want to save their artwork, but we have so much. I also recommend keeping your baby in their diaper while they paint. It just makes it, again, so much easier to clean up because you can just take their diaper off and throw them in the tub. As usual, Stella is painting in her Pampers Pure diapers because they are just our fave. They're made with premium cotton, thoughtfully selected materials, and they have cute stylish prints, and they also do not have any of the things that I don't want on her skin, like chlorine bleaching, harmful parabens, rubber latex, latex, all of that bad stuff, but it still has that 100% Pampers protection that we know and trust, and I love them. And of course, when it's time for cleanup, Stella is always grabbing her Aqua Pure wipes. They're so good on her skin. They're made of 99% water, so I know that they're not gonna irritate her, and she can wipe off all her paint herself because she's a toddler now. Miss Independent wants to do everything herself. I can leave those wipes with her and trust that she'll be safe and clean, and I really recommend doing that when you need to get something done. All right, so tip number 3 is very debatable in the mom community, but I would say for me personally, giving your toddler an iPad while you need them to sit still for a short period of time is a really great idea. So of course, we all know that too much screen time is horrible for anyone, including adults, and you definitely don't want to do that with your baby. In fact, the American Academy of Pediatrics actually recommends that you do not allow screen time for babies less than 18 months, period, and I pretty much agree. But if you have a toddler like Stella, I definitely recommend little bits of screen time while you need to get something done, like doing their hair, for example. Whenever I'm doing Stella's hair, I like to give her her iPad. It keeps her really still and calm and allows me to get it done quickly. I'm usually only doing her hair for 15 to 20 minutes anyway, and the real reason why I love the iPad is because I feel like it has taught Stella so much. The main thing when it comes to iPads is that you want to make sure you're not only limiting their time on it, but also making sure that they're using things that are going to stimulate their brain, enrich them, actually teach them something, and not just play a bunch of nonsense. So of course, Stella has 1 or 2 of her favorite shows that are just funny and fun, but for the most part, she has learned so much on her iPad, including her colors, her numbers, her alphabet. She can count to 10, name pretty much any color, and I really, honestly, I can't take the credit for that. I always let her watch educational things. I'm very involved in what she's allowed to watch, and again, I really limit her screen time. So I know that this is a super debatable topic, and a lot of moms choose to not let their kids use their iPad at all, but I also know that realistically, a lot of us do let our kids use an iPad, so I just wanted to give my personal tip for this, and I think it can be a really healthy way to let them start learning before they even start preschool or daycare or wherever you send them. It's a really, really great way for them to learn little things through songs, and it goes a long way. So my last tip for at home, number 4, is kind of a follow-up to the last one, and it's to make sure that you reinforce the things that your baby or toddler is learning using flashcards. Again, this one is more on the toddler side when they're starting to learn things, their colors, their numbers, their alphabets, little songs. I feel like it's really, really great to reinforce that as much as you can, get their memory going, and just kind of solidify those things for them. We have a few flashcards at home for little things like colors, numbers, again, letters, and we like to use those a lot just for fun. Don't make it something super stressful, of course. They're still super little. They don't have to know anything yet. It's something that we've all used growing up at different stages in life, and I think it's really great to start even with your toddler. Red. Okay, what's the next one?
Pink.
Pink.
Purple.
Purple.
Green.
Green.
And blue.
Yellow.
And blue.
Blue.
Orange.
Orange.
This is black.
Brown.
Brown. This is black.
Yeah.
Black.
I know for some moms, you might be working, things get super busy, but this is a way that you can bond with your kid and also teach them something at little random times of the day. Maybe when you come home and you guys are having dinner together, or when you're getting them ready for bed. And I find that at this age, learning is still fun for them. So doing those flashcards and seeing you get excited when they get something right is a great way to reinforce everything that they're learning. All right, so I know making it out of the house with your baby or toddler is a task on its own. It can be tough, girl. It's a struggle. It takes so much longer than it used to. I'm already always late, and now I'm even later. but here are 2 tips to help you along the way. So number 1, you always want to make sure that you have your kids' favorite snack and juice or water on hand. I know that there have been so many times when I'm in the car with Stella and she's just acting a fool, or we go into a store and she is just having a meltdown. Having your kids' favorite snack and a little drink is the perfect way to instantly calm them down, give them something to have in their hands and hold and keep them occupied. And this works perfect for me all the time. It's not even just about them being hungry. Sometimes they just want something and you just have to give them something. Of course, having a favorite toy also works, but I find that doesn't work as much for Stella. Maybe she just loves food like me, but giving her a snack and a drink that I know will keep her quiet is the way to go for me. So I definitely recommend always having that on hand anyway, whether it be in your diaper bag or your purse, and it's the perfect way to calm down a little meltdown sometimes. Just keep them occupied, put something in their mouth, and they'll be good to go, honey. I promise. All right, so I know I only have 2 tips for you guys for on the go, but I promise tip number 2 is all you need, girl. This is a game changer. Like I told you guys, I love to shop at Target, and sometimes when I get in there, I kind of go crazy. The trip lasts a lot longer than it should have because I'm looking at this and that, picking up extra stuff, and your baby or toddler can get cranky and annoyed, and it can just be a bad situation real quick. So if you don't already know about it, tip number 2 is that Target now offers a drive up pickup option from their app. Yes, girl, if you need to get some things from Target, but you don't want to run in, your baby might be taking a nap in the car, you don't want to take them out, or it just might be a time when you need to get this, and this, and you do not want to get lost in the store. You know your kid's going to get cranky and you just don't want to deal with it. Now you can go onto the Target app, pick out exactly what you want, the location that you want to pick up, and you don't even have to get out of your car. You literally wait for the notification that says your items are ready, go over to your nearest Target, go into the drive up section. There's a little sign that tells you exactly where it is, and a Target employee will literally bring it directly to your car. Tell me where else they do that at, girl. I love using this function on the app. It's amazing. Whenever I need to pick up a new set of diapers, especially from Pampers Pure, I don't want to go in there and get all those boxes and deal with Stella and just get lost in the store like I always do. I can literally just go right onto the app, order exactly what I want. It's usually ready in 1 to 2 hours, and I just drive up and pick it up. I've done this so many times, so I can tell you it works so smoothly. The employees are always so nice when they come. You sign for your items. So boom, just like that, your Target run is done. You got everything you needed and nothing you didn't, and just like that, you're feeling like a productive super mom. Thank me later. All right, so moving on to traveling, here are 2 really helpful tips, especially for my new moms with little babies. I learned so much while traveling with Stella, and I actually want to do a full video on that to give you some really in-depth tips, but here are 2 really quick ones that really helped me out. So number 1, definitely always request a bassinet if you're traveling with your baby. Not only will you get a bassinet that you can put your baby in so they can lay flat, lay down, sleep longer, and make your flight easier, but you will also get bulkhead seating because that is where the little bassinet area is. So I'll insert a couple pics and videos if I have them, but basically the bassinet goes right into the wall in front of bulkhead seating, and you basically get a more spacious seat. You can stretch your feet out a lot more, and it's a lot easier to deal with baby in that seat. You can lay them down in the bassinet and allow them to sleep comfortably. It comes with a blanket and everything. They make it up for you, and it is just so perfect. This is especially great on long flights, and it doesn't have an extra charge. There's no extra cost. All you have to do is call your airline and request a bassinet. Tell them that you have an infant, you're traveling with a lap infant, and they'll put you in that seat if they do have any available. So make sure that you do it early ahead of time because it's pretty much just first come first serve, but it is a lifesaver if you're somebody that likes to travel with your baby. So number 2, my last travel tip for new moms is to keep an eye out for the breastfeeding stations that they now have in airports across the country. It's so amazing. I was so excited the first time I saw one of these because it is so key definitely, if you're breastfeeding and you have a little baby, or even if you're not breastfeeding and you need to just get away in a small quiet place with your baby, calm them down, or do whatever you need to do. And if you want to pump, they even have an outlet in these stations. They're basically these little pods. I'll insert a picture of it if I can find it again. But basically you can just go in there, breastfeed your baby quietly, lock the door so nobody will interrupt you. It's so hard when you're pumping and on the plane. I vividly remember traveling one time and I needed to pump so badly. My boobs were so full and I just was like, I can't do this on the plane. I felt embarrassed, like I just couldn't. And I also didn't have manual pumps. I only had an electric one and no outlet, and I was just stuck. So definitely keep an eye out for those when you're traveling. All right guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these tips for new moms or moms with toddlers like myself. If I forgot any, please leave some down below for other moms and for me, because we're all still learning, and I think it's really important to share and learn from each other. So that's really the whole goal of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, let me know if you want me to sprinkle a few more mom videos on my channel, or if you want me to bring Stella with me next time, because I got you guys. Thank you so much to Pampers Pure and Target for sponsoring this video. I absolutely love both of those brands, and I'm so happy that I got to work with them. And if you're a mom that uses Pampers Pure, or maybe you just want to gift it to someone at an upcoming baby shower or something, definitely check the description box below, because I have a link to a special deal on Pampers Pure at Target for you down below. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, don't forget to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it. Peace out. I will see you in the next one.